Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. So, I got an email last night from a girl named Annie, and she wanted me to talk about couples in recovery and if they can get sober together. So, I want to share my personal experience with you guys on that because you guys know I have personal experience with being in a relationship and getting sober. So, sorry about the angle, but it will have to do because I'm getting ready for work. So, I'm going to be straight up with you guys. When me and Neil went to get treatment and get help, I went to treatment for 30 days and he stayed out here in the free world, right? Trying to work and get our life together for us while I was getting help for my addiction. Out of the two of us, Neil was always the one who could function the most in society. He didn't lose as many jobs as I did. In fact, I don't even think he lost jobs due to his addiction until I came around and started influencing him. So he had it going on till my butt come around. So I went to treatment for 30 days, and when I came out, well, let's talk about what happened while I was in treatment. While I was in treatment, y'all know your girl over here was hustling. So I was calling Neil and saying, bring me Xanax, bring me Xanax. So he tried to smuggle some Xanax to me. He was supposed to bring them to me at the AA meeting. Hey, Raymond. Yes, that's right, Raymond. And he was, bringing me pills, and I was like, meet me at the meeting and let me get them from you. Well, he was so messed up that he just didn't do that, and he brought him to me at the treatment center. And when he was there, they saw him, so we got busted. So the last 2 weeks of my rehab, that I was in rehab, they were like, no communication between you and your man. No more communication. Oh, you guys, I was so upset. Because this is somebody who I was hella codependent on. Me and my husband, whether we like to admit it or not, we have been really codependent on each other throughout our addiction. And so for me, having that person who I depended on, I mean, I'm still extremely codependent on him, and I'm working on becoming better about that, but it's just, it is what it is. I'm really working hard on like doing my own thing and trying to do stuff for me, like go and exercise, but our lives are so intertwined, So anyway, I couldn't talk to him for the last 2 weeks I was in treatment. And those 2 weeks I was in treatment, you guys, I really, really got buckled down and started listening and hearing what they were saying and like actually absorbing the information. It was like the distractions that I had been taken away, and I hate to say it, but like Neil being outside in the free world was a distraction for me because I was so controlling and obsessive that I was worried about him out here doing stuff without me, So after I got out of treatment, we both, really got busy going to AA meetings and getting sponsors and all the stuff that they suggested for us to do, right? And so far, I've stayed sober for 4 years, and Neil's had a couple of fallbacks, but nothing serious, not yet. And he's on the right track right now. He's been doing really, really good. But what I have learned, you guys, is like I cannot make him get sober. I can't make him do what I want him to do. And the more I push my idea of recovery on him, the farther away he pulls away from me. So, like for me, what works for me is coming on here and talking with you guys and sharing my experience. My husband is the direct opposite of me. He's very quiet when it comes to recovery. He doesn't want everybody to know his business. It's like, for me on here, you guys know he's in recovery, but like he doesn't like to put it out on Front Street, He doesn't, like I lead with the fact that I'm a recovering addict. I'm like, hello, my name's Nicole. I'm a recovering addict. And Neil isn't like that. Neil's like, I don't want to be known because I'm I'm a recovering drug addict, which I totally understand, especially in the position that my husband has. He's over people and he has to be responsible for them. And so that works for him. The people that need to know that he's in recovery know. And that's all that matters, But at first, when we were first starting to get sober, I was so afraid that he was going to get sober and not love me anymore. Hey, Bobby. That he was going to get sober and he was going to be like, man, forget you. You're crazy. And we would talk about that. I would say, I would hear women say that also, like about their significant others if they got sober together, that they were afraid that their significant other was going to fall out of love with them, It's very difficult, you guys. I'm telling you to, it's awesome to have Neil because he understands like what it feels like to have cravings to use. He understands what it's like to, feel like you're at a disadvantage sometimes. But then also it's hard because what happens with me is y'all know how obsessed I am with recovery, right? Chain myself up. Them folks kind of weirded me out. I'm in the Bible Belt. It's another Sunday in most meetings. Not all. Loads of great folk, but sketchy folk run it. Hey, Raymond, you know what? I live in Arkansas, so I can totally understand about that situation in the Bible with people that are running it and trying to insert God into it too much. I know what you mean. But you know what I had to do is I just kind of like stopped letting that distract me from what everybody was sharing about. And the meetings I go to, a lot of the people are either atheist or agnostic, and they just share about their experience and how the program helped them get sober, and that's what helped me, because at first I was like, I was raised up in a Pentecostal church, Raymond, where I couldn't cut my hair, I couldn't wear earrings, I couldn't wear makeup, I had to wear dresses down to my ankles, I couldn't show my elbows damn near. I mean, it was strict, right? And so when I got old enough to make my own decisions and start rebelling, I started rebelling, right? And so, hey, Jexie, hey, Bethany, it was really difficult for me to connect with a power greater than myself when I first got into AA, because I was just like, dude, God is this crazy guy upstairs who's like damning me to hell, especially if I wear makeup or cut my hair, right? But I understand in a lot of meetings here where I live, they do the Lord's Prayer at the end of the meeting. And that, that's that's the Lord's Prayer, that's a Christian thing. So I can understand why somebody who maybe doesn't believe it that way would get offended. And that makes me so sad, because I don't want anyone on my channel to think that you have to believe in God to get sober, you guys, or do AA. Like, that's just not the case. Like, you don't have to believe what I believe. I just want you to believe that I believe that you can get sober, And so that's what's helped me, because over time I came to believe in God, you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, my higher power is God, and that's just what my belief is. But I am extremely open-minded, and I think that you just have to find your own belief, and whatever that is, hold on tight to that. We just got to find something, right? That's what we're doing here. We're just finding something greater than ourselves, because what have we done all through our addiction? We have relied on ourselves, right? And that's why we failed, because our self-sufficiency doesn't work. Like, we were on our own self-will. We were running around acting like fools, getting high all the time, screwing our lives up. So, at the beginning when me and Neil first got sober, it was hard, you guys. Like, I would drag him to meetings with me. And he did not want to go. You know, he was like, let's sit in the back row, right? And I wanted to be there because I was searching for something to help me, you guys, because I was so desperate. When you have your child taken from you by the state and you're a mom, it's the most desperate feeling you'll ever have. I just want you guys to imagine having a baby, having that baby for 1 year. 1 year is how long I had my son in my arms. And then 2 days before his first birthday, the state of Arkansas come and took him away. Okay, so I was in panic mode. Okay, I was in I got to get my son back mode. I was in I'll do anything to get my kid back, and there was nothing that was going to stop me. Neil, DHS, nobody. And I told Neil that. I said, if you're not going to get your life right, you can kick rocks, because I'm getting my baby back. You know what I mean? I have to have my son. And I mean that, you guys. Like, if there was ever anything that was happening that was jeopardizing my son, I would be out like a flash, you know? So me and Neil have worked really hard to get to where we're at today, and to be honest with each other, and for me to be able to trust him. And I still struggle. You know, I still struggle with that trust. But we're working on it, and we're doing better. Each day that passes that he does well and I do well is another day we have of trusting each other, you know? It's just like every morning when I get up and I go to work and I leave him, I give him to God. I'm like, God, higher power, universe, nature, whatever you want to call it, please protect my husband today. Please help him to make good choices. You know, please don't put anything in his path that could tempt him or make him want to choose a different path, you know? Because I know how quickly things can happen. And what they talk about in the rooms is they talk about being spiritually fit. Okay, guys? And so what that means is, are you connected with that power greater than yourself, right? Are you connected to your home group? Are you connected to your support system right here with all of us? Are you connected to, you know, your friends that are in recovery that you can talk to? Are you studying? Are you learning more about your addiction? Are you arming yourself with the facts, right? Because that's what we have to do. Hey, Hannah, we can't act like we don't have an addiction. What happens is I see a lot of people, they want to forget that they have an addiction, right? Okay, whatever you think you need to do, George. I'm telling you right now that when I was about 14, I was put on Zoloft, and I mean, it didn't help. It didn't hurt. It helped me. I can't really remember that much though, because right around that time, I was starting to kind of try to experiment with other things, you know. But I know that there's all kinds of different medications they can give you, right, to help you with your anxiety and depression. So you just do whatever you think. I mean, I'm going to tell you this. Once you're on a SSRI, it's hard to get off of them, right? Really, Raymond? That's crazy. They didn't do that to me, but I've heard side effects like that happen to people. I'm on Wellbutrin and Lexapro, and I'll tell you guys, at first, when I first got on Wellbutrin, it made me real hyper. And I'm already hyper enough, you know? So just imagine that.
I have no idea. Like, I mean, last night when I talked to him, I mean, I said it out, like...
So the short answer, because I've been babbling here, to the question that was asked last night by Annie, can a couple get sober together, right? Yes, you can get sober together, guys. Is it going to take extra hard work? I believe so, because think about it. You got two people instead of one person struggling with the disease of addiction. So just think about it. You know how hard it was for you to get yourself together. Imagine adding two people to the mix. Two people who have insecurities, two people who have addictions, two people who are, you know, have no self-worth and struggle with self-image, two people who have been searching, you know, for something, for the answer. So, I mean, but it can be done. It can be done. Anything can be done if you put your mind to it, you guys, you know? I used to really not give myself enough credit. Like, I used to act like I couldn't accomplish things. And what I've realized is, like, I can do anything I put my mind to. I'm a strong-willed ass bitch. Like, I love to get a challenge and then defeat it, you know? And so anything you guys want to try and do, you can do it. You can do it. You just got to put your mind to it. You just got to put your back into it. You can do it. Put your back into it. I can do it. Put my back into it. Gonna do it. Gonna do it. Gonna do it. Do it. Do it. Y'all don't know nothing about that old song, do you? Okay. So, you know, I just don't ever recommend, like, if you're new in recovery, yes, restraints if needed. Y'all, if you ever need to be tied to the bed, y'all hook up with Raymond. He's got you. Oh, Jessie does. Good morning, girl. So, that's that old school from back in the day when I was younger. If you ever need to be tied down to your bed, Raymond's got you guys. Well, you know what, Raymond? If you had to stay at your house, right, and you knew, like, that the dope man was just right down the street, and you had somebody that could help you and chain you to your bed, then you know, that's sometimes what you got to do, right? I watched a documentary, you guys, and I've talked to you guys about it before. It's called Haircut. You guys have got to look it up. It's Hairkutt. And it was a really, really good documentary. And it's about a guy who's going through heroin withdrawal. And him and his friends go up to the mountains of Tennessee. And, you know, he can't leave because they're in the middle of nowhere. Right? So that's where they go to get him to get off heroin. It's a good movie. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys for a little bit before I go to work. I'm going to go and audit another store today and get all the cards looking good, looking fine, because that's what I got to do, make it look nice. You know what I mean? Has anything on the horizon with the leafy greens / driven industries / all that drama? Has anything new transpired, you guys? Fill me in, because I hadn't been watching. Good job. Listen to me, though, George. If your doctor gave you a medication, I mean, it can help you. Don't be getting all, listen to me, and don't take this the wrong way, okay? Don't be getting all like, big pharma is the enemy on me, okay? Sometimes we need a little bit of help. Some people have chemical imbalances in their brains, okay? Oh, and I need you to understand that. You might need a little bit of help. Don't be so hard. Don't be like all conspiracy theories on my ass, okay? If right, Raymond, right. That's what I'm saying. It's like sometimes, you guys, if your doctor is trying to help you out and you've got depression and you've got anxiety, okay, and you're struggling, like here's the deal with George. George has been struggling with this depression for a little bit now, and he's what, 5 months out from being off methadone. So, I mean, this could get you over the hump, George. So if you need something, just take it, babe. All you got to do, listen to me. It takes about 2 weeks for those kind of pills to start working in your system. So don't start taking them and then think in 3 days you're going to be cured. It's going to take about 2 weeks for them to get in your system and get leveled out. All right? So I just want you to listen to your doctor, okay? Because he might be able to help you. We're not doctors, baby. And all these conspiracy theory folks on the internet, they're not doctors either. Remember what I told you guys about people, how when drug addicts get sober, they all think they're doctors, right? Yeah, 5 months out from methadone, you guys. He's been doing so good. And and he has been, documenting it. He has his own channel if y'all aren't subscribed to his channel. But we're not doctors, you guys. And it's like, it just cracks me up, y'all, to see people who are once shooting meth, heroin, crack, and all kinds of other drugs, and then all of a sudden now they're damn doctors, right? It's like, you guys, come on now. We don't know nothing. We were sitting dope in our veins. I just know that I'm not going to be tripping on taking an SSRI whenever I was shooting dope, y'all. You know what I mean? That's my thinking. My life has changed so much because I actually started taking suggestions and listening to what other people told me to do. And I haven't had a bad experience with Big Pharma. If anything, I've gotten nothing but help from medications, you guys, because I have a chemical imbalance. And, I'm just not going to be a regular. Like, I've always had depression and anxiety before I ever started my drug addiction. So that's why I want you guys, don't be listening to other drug addicts when they're telling you what to take. Okay, you guys? Seriously. Talk with a professional, okay? Talk to a counselor. Talk to somebody that knows what they're talking about, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, so many people, I see them get online and start giving medical advice. And it's like, nah, dude. No. There's a reason why you have to go to college, you guys, to become a doctor. It's because if you didn't, then every Tom, Dick, and Harry would be given medical advice. Okay? Like, seriously, please, you guys, please. I am not a doctor. I don't know what I'm talking about. All I can do is share with you my experience. And I haven't had any bad experiences on SSRIs. They've always helped me. So that's how I feel like I know that I've needed them, because they've always helped me to feel better. They've always given me a better quality of life. So, okay, we just did a little natural beat for the day. Hey, Bill.
But anyway, so I let this Thomas know. I didn't talk to her, and I told her, I was like, each time
Y'all, listen to me, okay? If you're struggling with depression and anxiety and you need help, do not be afraid to get help from the doctor's office. There's so many people talking about stuff they have no idea talking about. Okay, sure. If you want to try out natural ways first, George, I think that is a great idea, right? I think it's a great idea to try meditation and try exercise and try taking some vitamins, right? But if after doing that for 2 weeks that you don't feel any better, then maybe you do need to take an SSRI. Just give it a try. It can't hurt, right? So anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to get my butt to work, and